Alright, so if we look at the individual functions of those organelles, तो उसका हम एक quick overview ले लेते हैं. Again, for example, a nucleus was a membrane-bound organelle that contains the cell's chromosomes, and there are pores in the nuclear membrane that allow for the passage of molecules in and out of the nucleus. In the diagram, you can see that we have a nuclear pore, a chromatin, a nucleolus, a nucleoplasm is the name of the cytoplasm of the nucleoplasm. Basically, cytoplasm hota है inside the nucleus, and then we have a covering known as the न्यूक्लियर एनवेलप जिसके अंदर ये सारे पोर्स प्रेजेंट है फॉर द एक्सचेंज ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस. Cell organelles क्या होते हैं? Basically, they are all sac-like structures present in the cell having a specific function. जैसे कि plant cell में we have a lot of organelles, animal cell में we have a lot of organelles जिसके अंदर nucleus, cell membrane, mitochondria, chloroplast सब fall करते हैं. Cell membrane क्या थी? We also called it a partially permeable membrane, a selectively permeable membrane, or a semi-permeable membrane. All these three names are given to a cell membrane. It is a partially permeable membrane, meaning that it allows only some molecules to pass through, and it also acts as a barrier between the cell and its surroundings. The semi-permeable membrane is made up of phospholipids and proteins. ये आप A levels में ज़्यादा डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, but how are actually phospholipids connected in making these cell membrane? Some of those proteins present on the membrane work as enzymes and antigens. कुछ सेल सिग्नलिंग मॉलिक्यूल्स भी होते हैं जो सेल मेम्ब्रेन के ऊपर present है, लेकिन ओवरऑल जो सेल मेम्ब्रेन है उसका काम यही था that it allows or controls the entry and exit of substances. Cell wall क्या है? It is a fully permeable membrane allowing everything to pass through it. In plants, it is made up of a polysaccharide known as cellulose, which helps the cell remain upright. हमने डिस्कस किया था कि fungi में it is made up of chitin, bacteria में cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan chains. The cell wall is rigid, which makes it withstand high water pressure for the maintenance of cell shape and turgidity. ये cell wall basically plant को एक shape भी देती है and keeps it upright and helps in movement in and out of the cells. And we'll be talking about osmosis in the next chapter. जो आपका chapter number 5 है. We'll be talking again about the concept of cell wall, that how in plants it maintains the turgidity when a cell is placed in a hypotonic solution with a lower concentration, and when the plant cell is placed in a hypertonic solution with a higher concentration. जो cell wall है इसका काफी ज्यादा role होता है in the exit, और ये control करता है, because we know that cell wall has no overall control over the entry or exit. It's basically the cell membrane जो कि control कर रही होती है हर चीज को. So yes, water enters by osmosis and water lost from the cell. Cell wall जो है that keeps the cell protected ताकि वो burst ना करे. It is the medium that holds the organelles. It contains the enzymes and substrates required for metabolic reactions to take place. Cytoplasm वो medium है where all the organelles are actually floating, and it provides a medium for all the metabolic reactions to take place inside the cell. Ribosomes can you only need to remember, no need to go in the detail of ribosomes. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis, and inside the cytoplasm there are some extended membrane systems as well, known as the endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are either freely present in the cytoplasm or they are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. तो राइबोसोम्स क्या है? ये आपके पास एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के ऊपर प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ये रेटिकुलम्स जो होते हैं, these are actually the extended membrane systems that arise from the nuclear membrane, और इसी के ऊपर ribosomes attached होते हैं. इन ribosomes के ऊपर proteins are basically synthesized and made, where all those polypeptides are made. Vesicles are membrane-bounded structures that contain proteins, enzymes, hormones, and they transport them in and out of the cell. Vesicles क्या होते हैं? These are just some transports. ठीक है, ये transport molecules होते हैं. इसके अंदर कोई molecule होगा, and then only it can enter and exit the cell. So the function of the transport vesicle is to move the molecules between different locations inside the cell. Chloroplast की बात करें, we discussed that chloroplasts are organelles that conduct photosynthesis, where the photosynthetic pigment chlorophyll is captured, और वो chlorophyll light energy को convert करता था, and then storage वो होती है in a starch carrying molecule. वो जो storage material होता है, now remember the storage material in an animal is glycogen, whereas the storage material in plants is known as starch. Starch material होता है plants में that actually store the photosynthetic products, and this chlorophyll gives the plant a green color. Mitochondria, will be doing this as an extra चैप्टर जो आपका बिल्कुल राइट, डिफरेंट चैप्टर नोन एज रेस्पिरेशन, वेयर विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट एरोबिक एंड एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज नोन एज द पावर हाउस ऑफ द सेल. व्हाई? बिकॉज ये सेल को एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करता है एंड दे हैव दीज एंजाइम्स. फॉर एग्जांपल रुबिस्को एंजाइम्स भी होते हैं प्रेजेंट क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अपने एंजाइम्स होते हैं व्हिच हेल्प इन एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन, वेयर ग्लूकोज एंड ऑक्सीजन आर द रिएक्टेंट्स, जिसकी इक्वेशन हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen forms 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water plus energy. अब ये जो एनर्जी है बेसिकली, ये एनर्जी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आपको मिलेगी adenosine triphosphate molecule, which is basically a cell and an energy currency or energy carrying molecule. So this is the table that you can read for the overall summary of all the functions of each and every organelle.